Plans are underway for rebuilding the historic New Orleans Fairgrounds. At the same time, construction will also begin on the New Orleans Fairgrounds Racing Museum. It'll help with the cost. Tonight is a fundraising gala that takes place at the track. Here with more is Vicki Kranz and Mike Diliberto. A couple of big fairgrounds fans here. So I didn't know that there wasn't a museum at the fairgrounds. There was a lot of memorabilia, but I thought you guys had an area where there was a museum like.
Well, we had a timeline
that
we did, the history of the fairgrounds in the city, and that's what we lost.
But you guys have been thinking about the museum long before it burned down.
Right. This would have been our 4th year preparing for it. We had been collecting artifacts, and we had over 6,000 negatives that we lost in the fire, starting from the 1900s up until this past year.
Well, so, like, what would you put in the museum now? I mean, well, I don't mean to be you know, but it's one of those things, you lost a lot of stuff.
Right. Well, since the fire, we've had a lot of people calling up saying they have things they want to donate that was in their family, and so now we're just trying to start over again. And tonight is our dinner. It's our 4th annual Hall of Fame dinner where we induct 4 people into our Hall of Fame, and it's a fundraiser for the museum.
Yeah.
And each year we usually induct a jockey, an owner, a trainer, an official?
A horse and an official. It's an open category.
A horse gets inducted, huh?
Well, that's the product. So we got to put a horse in every year.
And now, Mike, how are things doing out at the fairgrounds?
Really coming along fast. We have an excellent race on tap tomorrow. It's going to be on ESPN at 4:30 Central Time.
Oh, really?
Louisiana Derby is going to actually be the richest race ever run at the fairgrounds. It's going to be about a $330,000 purse. So the winner's going to get close to $200,000, right about $200,000. We have, I think, 7 shippers coming in from California, Kentucky, and Florida.
Yeah.
Bobby Frankel, Eclipse Award-winning trainer, has the favorite, a horse named You and I, that will be running for the first time for him. He's been here for about 3 weeks. They purchased him for close to $1 million about 6 weeks ago, and this is the horse they think is their Kentucky Derby horse.
Now, are you guys up to the capacity that you were before the fire?
No, on track is probably off, I guess, 30 or 40% attendance-wise and handle-wise, because the facility isn't nowhere near as big, but it is pretty comfortable.
We can only hold maybe about 3,000 people now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we have a tent that's half grandstand, half clubhouse, and then we have a tent, it's like a VIP tent, which only holds like 100 people.
And now, when you have this big gala, John Goodman's going to be there, right?
Right, John Goodman.
So you guys got some big entertainment.
And Tanya Walker from One Life to Live.
Yeah, and you got music?
Music, Harvey Jesus.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a silent auction, which is, we're going to have a few horse items and airline tickets and restaurants.
And now that takes place tonight, right?
Tonight.
So you can still get tickets?
7 o'clock.
And what do you do, call the fairgrounds? Okay,
yeah, you can call the fairgrounds for they're $25.
Okay, and now what's the status of the rebuilding?
Well, right now, after Jazz Fest, we're going to have demolition and knock everything down, and we're hoping by the end of the spring we'll have our financial package put together to start rebuilding.
And now, how long will it take to rebuild the fairgrounds? Do they know?
At least probably 2 years.
Yeah.
It's one of the things procedure.
I talked to your husband, Brian, like the day after, and he said, well, what is covered for insurance will no way cover the cost of rebuilding what was lost there.
Right.
Well, I think the state's going to probably have to come in and help us some way with some type of a tax break or something. I guess the legislature convenes in, I think, next month.
Right.
And they'll, sit down and talk and see what they can do to help us, because we've been in over 100 years of history at the fairgrounds and a lot of jobs indirectly, with the racetrack. So I got to think they're going to work out something, to help us some way.
All right. Diliberto, that's kind of a famous name here in town, huh?
Yeah, that's what they tell me.
All right. Your buddy's son.
Buddy's son, right.
Okay. They all like the track out. Those Dilibertos like the track out there.
That's very true, especially me.
All right. All right. We thank you both for coming in. The gala is tonight at 7 o'clock at the New Orleans Fairgrounds.
Thank you.
Thank you both for coming in. Say hi to your dad.
Okay.
9 now before the hour, a final word and more from Roddy Romero. Stay right there.